Good afternoon, everybody. It is time for another edition of the most average Pokemon. I did want to give you guys a little bit of an update as well. From here on, every single video that I publish will be published for members only, and then we'll go live at its usual time. So basically, the schedule remains the same, but if you do want to be a member of the channel, if you want to hit that join button on the channel screen, every single thing as soon as I upload it is yours, whereas I schedule them for everyone else. So those of you who are watching right now, nothing's going to change for you if you are not a member, but if you do want to be a member and see stuff early, I do work ahead, but I only upload every other day, so there will be a little bit more content, potentially a lot more content for you as time goes on. So just a note and something to keep an eye on. Speaking of, I do have another question of the day today. You can see it on your screen. I figured out how to add that in my editor. How about that? We're moving up in the world, aren't we? Tell me your favorite Pokemon. The fact that we have gone this far and I haven't asked everybody for their favorite Pokemon, even though I know a handful of your favorite Pokemon already. Yeah, tell me your favorite Pokemon. I'd love to hear about it. Anyway, let's go ahead and get into the video. Let's talk about the most average bug types in all of Pokemon. And, oh, and I didn't tell you guys my favorite Pokemon. I'm gonna maybe talk about it in this video. We'll see. So Gen 1. If we're thinking of an average bug type, average. The reason it's Parasect is because we all know Parasect is bad. We all know his typing is terrible. We all know his defensive stats are terrible, his offensive stats are terrible, all of it. But you know what he can do? He can press Spore. And you know what? It's the most broken sleep move in the game. And at the time of Gen 1, I believe he was... Oh my gosh, I need to stop yawning. I believe he was the only one who had it. So, hey, it is what it is. For Gen 2, guys, this is my favorite Pokemon. I think some of you knew this. I would probably say it was this. There's other ones that I definitely think might be possible, but right now I'm feeling Heracross as my favorite Pokemon. Now, he's not the most average, though. To me, the most average is actually going to go to the Shuckman. The Shuckman is quite simply the best wall in the game. At a time where walls were not a huge thing in Pokemon, this guy stood out supreme. I don't really have much more of an explanation beyond that, but he is an absolute mad lad of bulk. Gen 3. I already knew where I was going with this. You can, with Wonder Guard, do pretty much anything you choose to. The world is your... Is it oyster? Is that the way... Is the world is your oyster? Is that how the saying goes? Anyway, it is when you have this thing. This thing will take care of you. It will do everything you need it to do. Simple as that. You just have to make sure you switch it into something that can't kill you. In other words, know the limitations of Wonder Guard. Use them right. For Gen 4... Mothim is not a good Pokemon. It's not. Mothim does learn Quiver Dance, making it at least average. I really don't think there's much more of an explanation needed beyond that. Gen 5. I think we're going to go with Crustle. Bulk City. Crustle is Bulk City. Simple as that. That is why he's the selection on this one. This guy, even though his typing sucks, because it really does, will bulk. Generation 6. Well, we're going to have to pick a Mega or a Vivillon. And the Megas are Scizor, Heracross, and Pinsir. Yeah, or Beedrill. I think we're just going to pick Vivillon. We're going to call it a day. It's not the worst because this exists, right? Right? I think I've just talked about all those Megas before. We're going to put Vivillon on the list and call it a day so we can move forward, right? Okay, so I love Vikavolt. Great Pokemon. Ribombee is basically Mothim and Beautifly, but better. Oh, this is Cutiefly. No, this is Cutiefly. This is Ribombee. And then this is Dewpider, which evolves into this guy. I want to say his name is Araquanid, but I feel like I'm thinking of a different game when I say Araquanid. So I'm not sure about that one. And then obviously you have Golisopod, Buzzwole, and Pheromosa. I'm actually going to say it's Pheromosa, and the reason why I'm choosing this is because just like many other Pokemon, Pheromosa offensively is an absolute Giga Chad, right? It's so incredibly powerful. But you get one shot. And Fighting Bug is such a terrible typing for defense. Even though it's not built for it, it's even worse having Fighting Bug. So Pheromosa is definitely the answer. Just because, even though it's an Ultra Beast, it gets limited significantly by its typing and its defense. Frosmoth is the Pokemon nobody expected to get, nobody wanted, and nobody used. Is it still better than you think with a bug ice typing? Yes. As a matter of fact, I didn't even expect it until I saw it, that this thing would even exist. I didn't even see this thing becoming Ice Bug, but it did. And its moveset was pretty good. Nothing else was. And honestly, this is a Pokemon that I think a lot of people forget about just because it was never viable. Generation 9. Yeah, I mean, if I had to choose between Spidops and Lokix, I would say Lokix is better. And that's why I'm going to go with him. I think Spidops is, unfortunately, even though his name is cool and his design is cool, just effectively probably one of the worst ones on this list, if not the worst one. Lokix at least gets use of a lot more different moves, and he's part Dark-type, which is to his benefit, not to his dismay. So I really, really like Lokix for that reason. I definitely would consider him an average Pokemon. I would consider Spidops a bad Pokemon if I had to choose between the two. But the average of the averages... Yeah. I mean, when I think of Pokemon like Mothim, like Beautyfly, like Butterfree, like Rabombi, maybe even throw Vespiquen in that mix, of course Vivillon, like all those Pokemon do the same thing. This one is just better than the other ones that do the same thing, but it's still the same thing. You know, they've kind of reskinned the same butterfly Pokemon again and again and again and again and again. I guess this one's a moth, not a butterfly, but you know where I'm going with that. And at the end of the day, it's just they're all very similar. This is better than all the other ones, but it's still just a straight-up average Pokemon, unfortunately. So that's my list. Those are your average bug types. Thank you guys all for watching, and I will see you for some rock types coming up soon. I'll let you know when. Have a great day.